Hi. Literally, it is 2 a.m. right now, and I just got done watching this girl's video. I'll talk about it in a second, and I was like, okay, you know what? I need to speak on this, and I need to tell you guys my input, and I need to comment on this. This is not going to be one of my funny, relatable videos. This is going to be a lot serious. This is going to be about diversity, race issues. I'm not going to go too deep in on the topic about race issues. This is just something I would like to address. I just personally would rather not go that deep in. I would just like to stay on the topic that I'm bringing up. Yeah, about a week ago, I stumbled upon this girl's video because it was on my recommended. Her channel name is It's Keisha. It was titled, "Where is the Diversity on YouTube?" So I watched it, and lots of points were made. Also, I'm sorry if I sound super tired. I just want to talk about it. I need to, So as you guys know, I went to Coachella this year, and a company took me to Coachella with a lot of other girls. I'm not gonna say the name of the company. I'm sure you guys can all put two and two together. I'm not here to expose. I'm not here to tarnish anyone's name. So she did talk about the company and how they set up the house and everything, and who they sent on the trip and whatnot. And I just got done watching this other girl's video. Her name is Annie Long, and her title was the same, and she talked about Keisha's video as well. I would just like to say she's 12 years old, so well spoken. The points she made, I felt so connected to, and sad almost. Like I said, I'm not here to expose anyone. I'm not here to expose any companies or anything like that. I'm not like that. I feel like this is something that should be talked about, because I honestly would rather connect with you guys and tell you guys what's on my mind. And because of the reason that my audience is so diverse, I do have a lot of Middle Eastern subscribers, and I love it so much because I feel like we can kind of relate. If you didn't know, I'm full Egyptian, and it's so cool, and people are commenting oh my god, I'm Egyptian too, or I'm Middle Eastern, or oh my god, I heard you speaking Arabic and I knew what you said. I love that so much. I literally live for it. But anyways, I don't want to lose sight of what is actually important on YouTube just because this company did this for me, this company did this for me. Okay, I'm very grateful, and I'm very grateful for everything they've done for me. I'm super thankful, and I've met a lot of really nice people through this company. Like I was saying, I really just don't want to lose sight of what I really care for. Like I was saying, I do have a really strong connection with a lot of my subscribers. I love it so much how diverse you all are. It's amazing. I honestly care more about you guys than having connections with a brand. I honestly thought about making this video ever since Coachella. I even discussed it with a few girls at Coachella that were at the house staying, and they agreed that I should make the video and kind of speak on behalf of them. So something I would like to talk about, which Annie and Keisha did talk about in their video, is the sleeping arrangements and the house setup kind of. The way the house was set up was very weird. I don't know if it was intentional. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, say it was not intentional. It was just a mistake, a very careless mistake that just happened to be noticed by a lot of people. Here, I'm trying my best. I really don't want to slander this company or make them seem like bad guys. I really don't. But I just want to talk about the issue. The house they had to stay in was a really big house, so there was this side of the house and then this side of the house. So on this side of the house there were 3 rooms, and then on this side were 5, I want to say, and 2 bathrooms and 1 bathroom on this side. So on this side of the house, Lily, Nia, me, Daniela, Eris, and Diamond were all staying on this side of the house. The rest of the girls were staying on this side of the house. If you don't know all these people, we are all people of color. We were all on this side of the house, and we all had to share 1 bathroom. It's pretty small, not gonna lie. I'm not complaining, honestly. I'm saying, I'm really thankful that I got to go to Coachella for free. I got to meet a bunch of people. It was cool. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying details. I was in the same room as Daniela, Eris, and Diamond. So I'll insert a clip of what our room looked like.
So those 4 girls were in a room by themselves, and it didn't even look like a room. No shade, it didn't look like a room. It looked like it was connected to the living room or kitchen or something like that.
I just met Eris. She's literally the sweetest ever. Hey. So this is like our room where we're staying. I don't know who's staying right there, but that's my bed. That's Eris, and then there's Daniela.
And the beds just looked so... Oh my god, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going to try and insert some clips for you guys. I was watching, I think, Ava's vlog.
We switched rooms, so we have the room connecting to, who is it? Ellie, Erin, Summer, and Kalani. We're all sharing a room now. I'm very excited.
So the first night, I was just sitting there on my phone, and I was thinking, I was like, is this a reach, or is this kind of segregated, or am I reaching? Like, I was like, no, I can't be, like, it's just too much of a coincidence. So I brought it up to Eris, and she was like, no, I noticed it too. You're definitely not reaching. And we were both talking about how it kind of made us uncomfortable, and it was kind of a weird situation to be put in. And we didn't know if we should say anything. I told my manager about it. She told her manager about it. And we were both kind of ranting almost. We were like both pretty upset. So Daniela and Diamond got there the next day, and we kind of brought it up to them, and we were like, are we being like over dramatic, or do you guys agree? Like, we just genuinely wanted to know. We were like, are we tripping, or are we making a big deal, or do y'all see the issue too? They were like, you're kind of right. And at that point we were like, should we say something? Should we not? Should we just let it go? Like, whatever, we're only here for a weekend, we should just let it go. So that's what we decided to do. It was not just the rooms that made me and the other girls a little bit uncomfortable. There were a lot more factors. Like, there was a lot more behind the scenes that you couldn't see. You don't know what happened. Like, you don't know what went on. Just like to add in that it wasn't just because of the rooms, because I know some of you might be all like, it's just a room, like, you're being over dramatic, you know. It was probably unintentional. There was a lot more that I would like to keep disclosed and away, because I feel like I have said and will be saying too much throughout this video. Daniela posted a Coachella vlog, and she was crying, and she was talking about how she felt uncomfortable, kind of separated from the rest of the girls. Here's the thing, you guys, is that this brand they send so many people on trips. Like, they send people to like Fiji, they send people to here, they send people to here and here and here, and they're like, okay, here's a bunch of girls, you guys could stay together, have fun, like take pictures, like here's your own photographer. All you guys need to do is promote our app. And honestly, it's smart. Like, it's smart marketing, but at the same time, I think that's why so many young influencers and so many smaller YouTubers love this brand and honestly, like, try to get on their good side, is because they want to go on these trips. And I don't blame them almost. And it's because a lot of their favorite YouTubers are associated with this brand. My friend Kiana, she said I could talk about this, so I'm not just talking about it for no reason. I got her permission at Coachella. I was actually on the phone with her on the 3rd day when I was doing my makeup. I was talking about everything with her. She went on a trip to Fiji with them, and she was saying how she felt really out of place the whole time as well, and she was like one of the only couple of African American girls there, and she just felt like she didn't fit in. It was lightly spoken about when the occurrence happened, but I don't want to like run through it too much because that is a really old situation, and I don't feel like it needs to be brought up again. So before I went on this Coachella trip, Kiana had told me about what happened, and I was like, you know what, maybe it's not that bad. Like, I'll give this company a benefit of the doubt. I'll go, I'll see what's up. You know, I was on the phone with Kiana that day. I was like, bruh, I should have listened to you. I'm sorry, guys. I keep blanking. Like, I just have so much on my mind and so much that I want to say and get points across. But I don't know what to say first and in what order and, like, how to communicate it in the correct way. Like I said, I'm not here to, like, cancel any brands. I'm not here to expose anyone. I want to make that clear. Like, I really do. I don't have bad intentions behind this. And I keep like wanting to say something but then saying something else and then forgetting what I originally wanted to say, and I just feel like this video is a mess, and I honestly feel like this is the purest, rawest form you're gonna get of me, because it's 2 a.m. almost 3. I'm sitting here talking about racism, and I usually try avoiding topics like these because I know it can get really controversial, and I know there's a lot of debate. There's a lot of racist people on YouTube. I know there's a lot of angry people in the comments. I usually try to stay away from that. But I feel like I can't anymore. Because I do have a lot of strong views on this stuff, and I feel like it's not fair if I have this platform and I should be talking about this stuff, but I'm not, and I just want to, but I'm scared. You know? Let's backtrack to how I was saying all these younger girls and smaller influencers look up to these girls that are like associated with this company and basically look up to this company. And trust me, at one point I fantasized about like being part of this like company, this type of clique type thing that they have going on. That sounded rude. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. And trust me, when I got my first ever email from them, I was literally over the moon happy. I texted my first ever internet friends, and I was like, guys, guess what? Like, no way. Like, they just emailed me. Like, this is unreal. And I was so hyped. I totally understand where these girls are coming from when they say, I want to be an influencer with this company. I want to work with this company. I want to go on a trip with this company. I totally understand. And it's almost kind of sad how like I said, it's great marketing, but like it's kind of sad. Even Annie was talking about how she wants to talk about the topic, but she's afraid because she's scared that they won't want to work with her in 3 years. And I was like, girl, come on. Just don't let these companies take advantage of you is what I'm saying. If you are a smaller influencer, I promise you, when you get big, there are going to be so many companies that take advantage of you. Been there, done that. And you just kind of have to remember, like, where you came from, where you first started. Like, I literally just sat in my bed for 10 minutes debating if I was going to do this. And I was like, my conclusion, I was like, you know what? I care way more about this issue than I care about having connections. It's nice to have connections. It's good to be on good terms with companies. Don't get me wrong. And I know this company is gonna hate me after this, and I contemplated doing this video so much, and I even commented on Keisha's video. I was like, thank you so much for this because I can't say it, but you can, and I love you. But here I am saying it because I feel like I have to. I feel like I hold a role where I should, and I don't want I'm struggling. Can you tell? I'm out here. I'm struggling. I went on a different trip with this company. I went to Disneyland with them. Every picture that was posted, all the comments were like, Verena looks like that one girl that they throw in for the diversity mix. Let me insert a photo. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time, but it kind of felt partially true. I just feel like that this company has had a lot of problems with racial issues, and you would think that they would try to be a lot more careful now and really try to pinpoint where their original issues were from and try to fix them and make sure it doesn't happen again. But I just keep seeing the same pattern. And it's really heartbreaking to me how, like, they kind of almost get away with it because they send these girls on trips for free, and the girls don't want to talk about these issues because they want to go on the trips and they want to have connections. And I don't blame them. I was literally in the same position, like 3 hours ago. For weeks on end, ever since Coachella, I've literally been in between, like, I need to say something, but I can't say something, but I need to, but I can't. I just feel like at this point what needs to be said needs to be said. For the third time I'm saying it. I'm not here to expose a company. I'm not here to cancel anyone. I don't believe in canceled culture. I hate that. I feel like everyone deserves more chances. But I just feel like this can't keep happening. Like, I don't know why I'm crying. Like, I told myself when I first started YouTube I would never sit in front of a camera and cry, but like, here I am, I'm crying. I'm sitting in front of a camera and crying. The one thing I told myself I would never do. I also talk really fast when I get nervous, and I'm doing just that right now because I'm nervous, because I'm like thinking about how this could go wrong. I really care a lot about my younger viewers and my viewers in general. I don't want them to be guided in the wrong direction because this brand is giving you free stuff. I don't know. I just feel so bad. I don't know who I feel bad for. I don't know if I feel bad for the company. I don't know if I feel bad for the people like seeing this. Like, I don't know if I feel bad for like the people who want to work with this company. Like, I just don't know who I feel bad for. I feel bad. I just have a lot of thoughts flowing through my head. I kind of want to elaborate more on the Coachella experience. Also, I would like to say, as an Egyptian influencer, I hate the word influencer, I'm so sorry, as an influencer, as an Egyptian influencer, like, I can't shut up about this. Like, I feel like something has to be said, and I don't want to let you guys down, and I don't want to lose sight of what is actually important to me. This doesn't really have to do with it, but I get a lot of questions asking about my religion, and I never really answered it, so here I am answering. I am Coptic Orthodox Christian. So I am Egyptian Christian, whatever. Also, my camera is dying, so I think that is the world telling me to sleep this off. I feel like I just have so much more to say, and I don't know how. As of right now, my camera is literally flashing at me, so, and I'm panicking because I don't want it to die in the middle of me filming. So with everything being said, this is literally one of the most serious videos I've ever filmed. It's kind of scary. I'm nervous. I'm so scared for the outcome that I just have to keep reminding myself why I'm filming this. I love you guys. Please take everything I said into consideration, or like think about it, or like, you know, I just feel like this stuff should be talked about more. I love you guys. Good night.
Oh, what a beautiful